News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Without enactment of legislation by the end of this month, the Postal Service faces default, as funds may be insufficient to make a congressionally mandated $5.5 billion payment to pre-fund retiree health benefits. The postmaster commented that the Postal Service is in a crisis today because it operates within a restrictive business model and has limited flexibility to respond to a changing marketplace. They stated that they need the ability to operate more as a business does. This applies to the way they provide products and services, allocate resources, configure their retail, delivery, and mail processing networks, and manage their workforce. The combination of weak economic conditions and diversion to electronic forms of communications continues to result in significant declines in the use of first-class mail and weakness in the use of standard mail. Future mail volume projections show this trend continuing, requiring even greater efforts to reduce cost. In the past 4 fiscal years, the Postal Service has reduced cost by more than $12 billion and reduced its career workforce by 110,000 employees. As impressive as these reductions have been, they must significantly accelerate the pace of cost reduction in the next 4 years based on current revenue and cost trends. The Postal Service must reduce its annual cost by $20 billion by 2015 to return to profitability. They do not currently have the flexibility in their business model to achieve all of these cost reductions. To do so, the Postal Service requires the enactment of comprehensive, long-term legislation to provide it with the needed flexibility. Specifically, legislation is needed that would do the following: resolve a unique law requiring the Postal Service to make $5.5 billion in annual payments to pre-fund retirement health benefits, return the $6.9 billion in federal employees' retirement system overpayments, grant the Postal Service the authority to determine delivery frequency, allow the Postal Service to allow restrictions to its healthcare system to make it independent of federal programs, grant the Postal Service the authority to provide a defined contribution retirement plan for new hires rather than today's defined benefit plan, streamline the process for product development and pricing. They also need to address the size of the Postal Service workforce. In order to return to profitability, the Postal Service needs to reduce its career workforce by approximately 220,000 by 2015, but cannot do so under the terms of the existing collective bargain agreements. To accelerate workforce reductions, the Postal Service is asking Congress to allow it to utilize the reduction in force provisions currently applicable to federal competitive service employees for positions held by bargaining unit employees. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.